My name is Ivan, and I am the licensed manufactured home broker for Mobile ByeBye, and we wanted to make a video how to sell your mobile home in 2025 because it is a lot more challenging than it was just a couple years ago. But we're calling this the market update for 2025, and usually don't like to start videos out with such a depressing graph here, but wanting to just jump right in and to show you what's happening here in the central Texas area, but specifically in Austin. We're seeing the same trend throughout central Texas. But this graph here shows the huge increase in prices that we've seen after COVID, 2021, 22, and even 2023, and then the huge slowdown in 2024 and into 2025. So if you've been buying and selling manufactured homes during this time, it has felt like a roller coaster. This graph is showing that we're in a buyer's market. We can come down here and show year-over-year declines here in June. For Austin alone, 5.8%. We're number one in all United States here, showing on Zillow. Really don't really want to be number one on that list. Here's the 19 metros that have declined from 2022 highs. So if we're looking at the prices and how much they've come down, we're down 25% since 2022. This is data looking at single family homes, but we do see this translate into manufactured homes, sometimes even worse. What that means is if you're selling a manufactured home, the price swings may be even greater. So what does this mean for buyers and sellers? Well, it's good news for buyers. There are deals on the market. Just a few years ago, there was very few homes on market. People were fighting over them, bringing cash offers. Now that number has risen. The active listings in Texas now above what they were, and the average kind of swings through 2017, 2018 through 2020. And now we're even higher. There's a lot of homes on market. This means the sellers are taking bids. They're taking offers. They're not getting multiple offers. They're getting one offer, and the offer is usually much, much less than what their asking price was. So buyers, this is the time to get a deal on a manufactured home if you're looking for one. Sellers, it's kind of a depressing, especially if you bought here in 21 or 22. That means you're probably underwater. I hate to say it, but we're talking with more and more buyers who are underwater because of that. They bought here, got a big loan, and now they owe more than what their home is worth. Some sellers are actually bringing money to the table to close on their home. Not always the case, and it does depend on region. If you are working with us at Mobile ByeBye, we dig in and look at data. We do our own comprehensive data pull on every home. This is one example of a report. I wanted to show you, this is average depreciation rate for a manufactured home. This is, if nothing else, if the market is just flat, this depreciation curve happens. So when you buy a brand new home, this is why we don't recommend buying new homes, because a new manufactured home depreciates the most that first year, 15% sometimes, 12-15%. We don't recommend buying a new manufactured home. Buy used. You can get a home that's just a couple years old and get something that is worth that's not going to depreciate as fast. Yes, it still might depreciate some, but it's not going to go down as much as that first couple years. So better yet, if you can find something that's 10 years old that's in great shape, well, now you're at the lowest depreciation in terms of this depreciation curve. So if you're own the home for a few years and sell before it gets too old, you're going to be saving as much of your money and investment as possible. But keep in mind, manufactured homes always depreciate. They go down in value. If you want to argue about that, we can look at all these other sources and data points that point to that. But go talk to Dave Ramsey. This is an example curve of depreciation on a home. $150,000 that bought new. Like I said, don't do that. 5 years from now, it's going to be worth 100, maybe in the 90s. That's if the market stays the same. But remember, this is what we're seeing right now in the market. So if you bought that in 2022, 2023, that home is depreciated 15%, but it's also coming down in price just because of the market. Keep that in mind if you're selling. Don't like to use the word bubble here, but if we look at the data, it does look like we could be, coming down from some all-time highs. And so hopefully that doesn't turn us into a depression. My guess is that we're probably going to stay flat. The good news is that we have strong economy. There are jobs, there are good numbers. That's why the interest rates haven't come down. So it's kind of a little bit of a catch-22. Interest rates are still high. For manufactured homes, it's 9-10%. that makes it hard. Again, another pressure that's putting downward pressure on the prices and making it harder for buyers to buy. My hope is that at the end of this year, maybe into 2026, we'll see interest rates start to come down. That will hopefully increase buyers, reduce some of this inventory, keep prices steady. I don't see major swings. If you're asking me, I think the swings are over. But here's the thing. The swing might be over for market rate, but in people's minds, there's a lot of sellers who still think, well, I bought the home for $100,000 just a couple years ago. I'm going to sell it for $100,000. That's not the case. You got to come down in price. So even though the market, I think, will stay, if we look at average market prices, the sellers, you're going to have to come down in prices to get homes sold, to get them moved. We are moving homes. We are selling homes in this market. They are selling, but when prices are coming down. If you look here, this is a market prices by year. This just kind of shows the depreciation curve over time, but this is looking at homes on markets. We have specific market homes that we only have access to. We have access to MH Village, MLS. We look at parked owned homes, and then also Zillow. There's other data sources we pull in here, but those are the main ones. And as you can see, the depreciation curve, I mean, it fits. When homes get older, their price goes down. You do see these outliers. This is usually when you go to like Facebook or Zillow and somebody's selling on their own, they're going to be priced way high. Like this person, look, they're selling a home that's a 2000 home for $120,000. That thing will never sell. It will delist. Okay, I'm just telling you, I don't even need to look at the home. I know it right now because people can go buy new ones for close to that. So if we look at the actual sold prices, these numbers come down quite a bit. This is just a part. I don't want to overwhelm you with data here, but this is hopefully helpful. This is what we look at. I'm not trying to be fancy here. It's just a blurry picture of me talking about some data and some graphs. But that's what we look at. When we look at Mobile ByeBye, we're looking at real, cold, hard numbers, and we're helping to identify what your homes can sell for and how long it's going to take to sell it. So right now, days on market is pretty high. There are homes are staying on the market longer. That's mostly because prices are still high. But if prices come down, if a seller comes down in price, the homes are selling. We are getting homes sold. So keep that in mind. We do have options when you're working with Mobile ByeBye. You can do a cash offer. You can do for sale by owner. We have options to help you there. Or you can work with our full service brokerage, where we're essentially manufactured home broker, or like a realtor on steroids, because we're just working on manufactured home. So I hope this video has been helpful, and I look forward to serving you in the future. Hopefully we'll get some better market numbers here in the future.
Did you like this video? Want to learn more about how to sell or buy a manufactured home? Make sure to subscribe to this channel and check out mobilebyebye.com.